All?
It's the Team Clearcoat podcast. Yeah, that's how you get me to watch a YouTube video.
Yeah.
You
It's
start
the only way we can get Dave to watch these videos.
Yeah. Hey y'all.
Hey,
Hey y'all. Today I'm going to teach you how to make potato cheddar soup. That's a video, a real video that I watched on YouTube. Because it started with somebody saying, "Hey y'all," for real.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
That's a feature that YouTube needs to introduce, that Google needs to invent.
Yes.
Is I want to speak a phrase
Yes.
like reverse Shazam for
Yes.
YouTube search.
Yes.
And you could just say like, "Hey y'all," and then everything that has "Hey y'all" in it would come up.
Yeah, and basically it would be my viewing history. I'm like, yep, saw that. Oh, how to rebuild brakes on a 94 Cutlass? Yep, saw that. Because I did. I watched a redneck change brakes on a 1994 Oldsmobile Cutlass Sierra.
And you've seen the new version of Top Gear, right?
Yeah, right. I have not. Because they don't start it with "Hey y'all." Yeah, you get Rory Reid to say "Hey y'all," I'll watch.
I think we can make that happen.
I'm Dave.
I'm Ian.
This is the Team Clearcoat podcast.
This is allegedly about cars.
Ostensibly. Ian, stop what you're doing. Take your hand off the mouse.
Okay.
You click that mouse, mister.
I know. I'm sorry. Okay.
No. Ian?
What?
This was a special week.
What? Oh, no. Come on.
This was a special
Don't do
week,
this.
Ian.
Don't do the thing you're about to do.
I mean, it's going to be a week past the time when you were listening to this. Ladies and gentlemen, Ian has long held hostage his birthday date from me. Similar to Ron Swanson, he's not wanted to divulge or expose this information. But a short phone call with your father sorted it out. And also, you just, as guarded as you were, you just randomly blurted it to my buddy Chris when we were in the car.
Well, because
on my birthday.
Because I know that Chris is not going to do anything
Right.
with the information, and I feel like we live in an age where adults expect other adults to give a shit about their birthdays, and that's ridiculous. So I'm trying to opt out of that, as much as possible,
right?
And some people don't let me do that,
right? Yeah. So I'm gonna give you a gift, Ian. Right?
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Is it the gift of song?
Yeah. It's the gift of song
the rain
and dance. Yeah.
Ooh.
No, I do have to take my headphones off for this.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's it. Hopefully there's nothing else coming off.
Well, I'm standing up.
Oh no.
All right.
What's happening?
I hid it behind the blankets in the blanket corner, so I wouldn't forget. Ian?
Oh, there's a gift.
Yeah, there's a real gift. Come on, buddy. A tiny part of you is excited. A real gift.
Scared.
A real gift. First off, Ian.
Yeah.
I have a Blu-ray for you.
A Blu-ray?
Yeah.
A physical media?
A physical media. Ian?
What is that?
When you want to sit quietly and eat a steak, what do you want to watch?
Ooh, like The Great Escape or...
Boom, Great Escape.
I like it. I have this, but I do not have it on Blu-ray.
Okay, what would be another Blu-ray movie you would want to watch?
Oh, man, I don't know. Hunt for Red October.
Nope, don't have that. But stick with the main actor in that movie.
Le Mans? No. What else?
Boom, Le Mans.
I could Steve McQueen. So next time Jenny's out of town, this is my weekend.
Ian?
Just whiskey and Steve McQueen and me.
What do you say you have a three-way with Steve McQueen?
Oh!
And complete the trifecta.
Oh, my God.
What do you think?
I don't know. I've got nothing.
Come on.
Bullet?
Boom, Bullet.
I've actually never seen Bullet.
Oh, it's not great, but but you need to.
Bullet.
Yeah, there you go.
Me and Steve McQueen and whiskey.
Yeah. Me and Steve McQueen. Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
Right? Thank you.
No problem.
That's very nice.
Yeah, Ian, come on. I'm going to give you a gift that's along the lines of what an Ian would want.
Yeah.
Right?
I appreciate that. Thank you, Dave.
Yeah, no
That's
problem.
Very sweet of you. I'm
no
not
problem.
ever getting you a gift for your birthday.
I do not want a gift for my birthday. See, that's the thing. The shitty part about birthday presents are like
The guilt.
yeah,
the
like
crushing guilt.
right? Because like some people take receiving a gift as the implication of an obligation,
Mm-hmm.
right? I'm
Mhm.
surprised I could say implication of an obligation,
Right.
but it's not 10 p.m. yet. Mountain
nearly there.
time. Yeah, so let's check back in another 33 minutes. See how that goes. See how my diction happens.
Yeah.
Ian,
Well, no, I appreciate it. That was very nice of you.
no problem, buddy. No problem.
These are well thought out.
Yeah,
Thank you.
no problem. Maybe we could watch them together sometime. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can do that.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
Let's see here. So that's really what I had. That's my talk about up top. Ian's birthday.
Okay.
Yep. I learned when it was and I did done it. Yep.
All right. Well, then I'll do my thing. Then you can do your my eyes.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do it.
So I have a sort of my eyes situation.
Okay.
I went camping this weekend.
Yeah, you did. Let me pull up our Instagram and yeah.
We piled because the Saab is just not confidence inspiring on longer trips.
Uh-huh.
We decided to pile everybody into my R32
Uh-huh.
and drive out to Borna Vista,
Yeah.
which is about a 2.5-hour drive from here.
Yeah, Buena Vista's beautiful.
It's gorgeous. And
If
it's-
anybody in Colorado hasn't been there.
Yeah, and it's on it's right off of 285, so it's
Yeah.
285 the whole way out, and 285 is just a gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Watch
like
for
A
police
road.
officers.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Well, especially between here and like the first few miles of it is really bad. But once
Yeah.
you get past about Bailey,
Mm-hmm.
you know, there's really not
Yep.
much out there.
Yep.
Yeah, it was great, and we stayed in an awesome little campsite, and I got this fun little moment that
I
you see
love
on
this.
the screen.
Yeah.
So we went to St. Elmo's Ghost Town.
Okay.
It was
I've never been there.
yeah, it was kind of a weird little thing, but it was at the end of a dirt road, and like there's a bunch of off-roading trails that go either way. So like the entire parking lot was just like lifted Jeep, lifted Jeep, lifted Jeep.
Uh-huh.
You know, Ford Bronco, lifted Jeep.
Uh-huh.
There was a really cool lifted International Scout there, old Scout that had been
Yes.
restored really nicely, and then me in my lower car, and that if you can see, there's like an incline there, and I like barely got up without scraping, and so I just had to take a picture next to the Jeep there.
Yeah, that is fantastic. Your caption clearances for suckers. Because
We both got there. We
yeah,
both got there.
See, that's the thing. I think a lot of people in Colorado think that they need to have a certain kind of vehicle because they want to hike 14ers, they want to do this, they want to do that.
Yeah.
In reality, no, you don't. You don't need that car. If you can bring your lowered ass R32 up there without any damage,
Right.
air quotes.
There was no damage. We did
Right. Yeah, no. There's so much stuff that's accessible. That 1% of time when you would need the car to get to a certain place,
good. Yeah.
like it's not worth living with that car on a daily basis.
Right. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say. So I have another story. Did you want to talk more about that? Because I want to tell a quick story about our camping trip.
Well, yeah. So there's two things real quick. So a buddy of mine just got a new to him 2011 Audi TT. He was looking for a vehicle that could quote unquote do it all.
Right.
He had a Saab. It's my buddy Jim with the 1999 Saab 9.3 and the Toyota 4Runner. He's keeping the 4Runner and got a sports car.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's
Smart.
what. Right. Exactly. Instead of trying to find one car that can do it all, you can certainly do something like what you did in a TT, no problem. Right?
Yeah.
And then the second thing, is that whenever I see like a crazy lifted truck in a parking lot,
Yeah.
my instincts are to park my car right next to it. Like I typically take a picture.
Yeah.
You know, like I just love like having my car and then some insane car next to it. I don't know why. I always just want to
funny.
park next to it and take a picture. No owner of a bro truck has caught me doing this yet. But I need to start Instagramming them because I do it all the time. Whenever there's a big truck in the parking lot, I want to park next to it.
That's hilarious.
There was one at the Home Depot near me, in the parking lot that was there. It must have been an employee because it was parked there a lot. The drive shaft on the truck was like bigger than like bro truck exhaust pipes.
That's crazy.
It was like the craziest drive shaft. I was like, that is like, you
like
would
a
have
respectable brake diameter.
Yeah, yes. You would you would have to throw the truck at a high-centered rock like
Yeah.
at 600 miles an hour to break that drive shaft.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
So you camping, I love when I see pictures like this that you posted. It's like the locals have not yet recognized that I am not one of them.
Right, exactly. They have not turned on me yet.
Yeah, yes.
Well, and we did get some weird looks, like, because everyone's in these, huge Jeeps, and I was the only car in the parking lot.
Uh-huh.
And then on top of it, out of it comes, 2 people and a toddler.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But yeah, so we went camping, and this is going to seem like it's just I'm complaining about how 3-year-olds are assholes story, but it's going to come back to cars.
Okay.
In a big way at the end.
Okay.
So, we went camping with our son Nico, who just turned 3.
Uh-huh.
And he had a really rough day on Saturday.
Yeah.
We were both about ready to try to find some wolves in the in the woods to adopt him and just walk away.
Child ownership must be trying at times.
He had a period where he was being really, he was just yelling at us about whatever, everything, and he got angry and was just playing really weird. And he at one point threw an empty water bottle at my wife.
No,
that's a hard nope.
Yeah.
Shut that down. So I scooped him up and put him in timeout.
Right.
And
that's your chosen method of punishment, timeout. Yeah.
And it seems to be pretty effective with him. Like, he knows the gravity of it when that happens.
Yeah.
We reserve it for him being aggressive or doing something that would be dangerous to himself.
Sure.
Parenting things aside, so he's resisting the timeout, and he's being a 3-year-old, an asshole.
Right.
And so he's doing that, and then he throws so I'm trying to get him to apologize. And for whatever reason, I think he knows that apologizing is important on some level.
Okay.
And so, like, he refuses to do it easily.
Okay.
And so I was trying to get him to apologize to my wife and everything. And, he knew what he did was wrong. But then he threw a pine cone at a robin.
Okay.
So then I got to get him to apologize to a fucking songbird and my wife. And it's just like a never-ending thing for like 30, 45 minutes. And finally, we get him calmed down, and he apologizes, and then he moves on.
Right.
So a couple hours later, my wife and I were just sitting around. I think we had the fire going already. And,
Sure.
And, he was just running around the campsite and having a great time. And I just hear cling. And then I hear toddler footsteps running towards me. And he just grabs me around the neck and starts hugging me.
Uh-huh.
And he just says, "I'm sorry, Dada. I'm sorry, Dada. I'm sorry, Dada," and won't say anything else. It just keeps saying, "I'm sorry." And I'm just like, what did you do? And we couldn't figure it out. Like, we couldn't. I had some suspicions,
right?
But we couldn't get it out of him what happened, and I couldn't see anything that was obvious.
Right. No one's bleeding. Nothing else is on fire.
Right.
Yeah.
So a little bit later, we walked to go fill up water or get firewood or something.
Sure.
And we're coming back, and we're walking past my car.
Uh-huh.
And he goes, "Where did the rock go?" Which means he threw a rock at my car, and which also means that he's astute enough to know that throwing a water bottle at my wife, bad. But throwing something at my car, that's serious business.
Where he felt bad instantly. I think his priorities might be a little backwards.
His priorities are a little backwards.
It makes me think of the time when, growing up in Missouri, I was never allowed to have a BB gun, but a friend of mine did, right? And we would go over to his house and shoot BB guns. My parents knew that I did, and that was okay, right? Mm-hmm. I remember shooting at a bird one time. Ooh. I didn't hit it, but I felt so bad the very second I did it. I just started crying and ran home. I was 27 years old. No, I mean, for real. Like, I don't know. I'm sure I was a teenager. And, I felt so bad about it. But, like that. Like, that's the thing that inspired that kind of thing in him. Like that, like, oh, God, I'm so sorry. like
panic.
crisis mode. Yeah. Yeah. Instead of like, lobbing something at your wife,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he may be a little car obsessed.
Oh, buddy. So, I mean, did you find any damage on the car?
No, I think maybe from the sound of it, I think maybe he hit the brake rotor or something.
Oh, okay.
Because it had like a good clang to it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of.
Okay.
But yeah, I just thought that was pretty funny. And obviously, I mean, honestly, at this point, a rock chip is the least of my problems with that car.
True.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it's going to be worse when he learns to pull a random fuse and then let you sort it out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's
right. Right when he gets to that like take apart phase of being a child.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's going to be bad with him, I think.
Yeah.
Because he's already taking shit apart.
Yeah.
So
nice.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy. Oh, child ownership.
Yeah.
It has its highs and lows.
Yeah.
Of which I will never know.
Yeah, I think my tweet was that was like 8 a.m. free to a good home, one toddler. 10 a.m. free to a so-so home. 2 p.m. Hello, does your puppy mill take toddlers?
Yeah, oh man.
That's how that day went.
But here's the thing. You're going to have someone to take care of you when you're old. I'm not.
That's still making a lot of assumptions.
Still, you still have somebody on the hook to do it.
That's
I don't.
I'll have somebody who will at least feel guilty for not doing it.
True. There you go. Yeah. And I don't think podcast listeners are going to do that for me.
You never know. You never know.
Who wants to tend to an aging ginger? Huh?
Nobody.
Oh.
Anyway, let's bring it up a notch. What did
Yeah.
you had some my eyes, you said.
I did. I saw some weird stuff. First off, I was driving around and I noticed a yellow car that did not look familiar and I couldn't make out what it was. I thought it might have been a Jaguar, but it didn't look quite right. And it turned out it was a Kia Stinger before they're even supposed to go on sale. Let me pull up a picture of it here. Yeah. I got a picture of the back end. Mainly, it looked like, it kind of looks a little jaggy in the back, right?
It does, yeah.
And I was like,
XE?
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, is this like a station wagon that I haven't seen yet? Like, is this that new sport brake that they're putting out? No. Yeah, Kia Stinger. Look at that. And so the camera person passenger in my car that was taking the pictures
and reached over in front of your position
without hindering my view whatsoever.
Man, that guy is good. I'm gonna have to get his name at some point.
Yeah, right? Yeah. The Kia driver noticed that I was taking pictures and
that your assistant was taking pictures.
Thank you. My assistant was the royal eye.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Speaking monolithically as the car, right? Was taking pictures and slowed way down to try to like go behind me, and I was like, I can go just as slow as you can. And I will continue to take pictures. I, as a car, will continue to take pictures of you as a car.
Very good.
Yeah.
We got away with that.
Yeah, we did.
No one's the wiser.
No, but Ian and I are both very excited about seeing this car out on the street. It looks really, really good. The styling from the back end, that's not that. What I did was take the worst angle photo of the car.
I don't think it's that bad.
Every single angle other than that is better, and this one isn't that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. We've kind of posted it and people were kind of ragging on it a little bit. But
yeah.
I think it's fine.
Yeah, I dig it. I did. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Let's see. I saw another really weird thing. I was driving up I-70, and my photo assistant was not around at the time.
Oh, okay.
Right? Yeah. So I was driving up I-70 into the mountains, and I was there was you're pretty focused. I-70 uphill.
There's some good curves there.
Right.
And stuff,
Yeah. But as I was kind of like cutting through some traffic, I see, and this is the craziest thing to catch out of the corner of your eye, a human head in the rear deck lid of a car, right? And it turned out it was a mannequin head, but it took me for like a hot second. I was like, what the, what? Yeah, right? And like, why do you have a human head in your in your car? Oh yeah, there's the Kia. I forgot to switch the thing over. Why do you have a human head in your car? And then also, like,
it's a good first question.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It makes me think about that whole thing, like that, if your car's traveling at 60 miles an hour and it hits something, everything else in your car continues to travel at 60 miles an hour.
Right.
Everything becomes a projectile. Kleenex boxes become projectiles.
Yeah.
Right?
I really want to know, like, what was the worst injury ever to befall someone from Beanie Babies being in the back deck?
Right? Exactly. Yeah. Like that's like the police non-lethal bullets.
Yeah, exactly. This is the shotgun beanbags or whatever.
Yes, exactly.
It's pretty much the same thing.
Right? Yeah.
Take a Beanie Baby at 60 miles an hour to the back of the head. Can't feel good.
God, that would hurt so bad.
Right.
So people, please do not have stuff like this in your car. Like, yeah, I don't get it. Hey, whatever. Yeah, but that's going to turn into a flying head at 60 miles an hour, which would also make, like, if that struck you in the back of the head, that would make the EMT's job much harder to figure out what the fuck was going on, why part of you isn't bleeding but part of you is. Yeah. So anyway, that was really my eyes lately. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I want to talk about Le Mans, because that was
let's talk about Le Mans.
That was, as we're recording this last weekend.
Yeah.
But you're hearing this later.
We are. Yeah. Ian.
Professional automotive journalists.
I as a car am hearing it?
No. The royal
What time is it?
What is wrong with you?
A lot. So much is so wrong with me that I forgot to switch the thing over so people could see.
Let's talk about the singer for a second.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about this car because it represents somebody doing a brand new rear-wheel drive platform where they did not have to do it.
Right. Yeah.
That and the Supra are the two examples of that.
Yeah.
That are coming out soon. So I'm very excited about that.
Also, we probably neglected to show people the actual picture we were talking about with your Jeep, or with the Jeep and your car next to one another.
Yeah. Caption is ground clearance is for suckers.
That's right, baby. All right, let's talk about Le Mans.
Let's move it on to Le Mans. So I made you just watch a recap.
Yep, I'm talking about
the race.
Le Mans. Your ma.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's
we're gonna have to move this along.
Yeah. Guess who's getting sleepy?
I know. Crypt Keeper's coming out. So the Le Mans race this year was crazy. I didn't get to watch most of it live because I was camping.
Right. And I chose not to.
I just watched recaps when I got home.
Yep.
But basically every LMP1 car at one point or another had problems or retired from the race, and I think it was like 3 or 4 cars retired from the lead of the race.
Wow.
This year, which was insane. And
LMP1 is the fastest top tier Le Mans car.
Yeah, so there's LMP1, LMP2, and there's a big gap
Electric
between.
Boogaloo.
There's like a 15-second a lap gap between those two cars.
Okay.
And then there's GTE Pro and GTE Amateur.
Okay.
And
what are we?
GTE, we are none of those. GTE is basically like road cars. So there's the Corvette, C7R, Aston Martin,
Ford GT,
all those kinds of cars. So this year the Toyotas were crazy fast, and last year they lost on the last lap due to like an electrical connector or something like that.
Yeah.
But Kamui Kobayashi was one of their drivers this year, and he set on a crazy lap in qualifying.
I watched that lap. It was insane.
He just smashed the lap record.
Yeah.
And it's worth. We posted it on our
Twitter,
and I think I have it on Facebook as well. So go check that out if you have a chance.
It looks like you're watching it on fast forward.
It's unbelievable.
It's crazy.
It's amazing.
It's so fast.
Yeah.
It looks like a cartoon.
And they're the LMP1 cars are really interesting now because they're now only a few seconds a lap slower than the F1 cars are around Spa.
Oh,
that's
wow.
One of the few racetracks where they both
race.
and like the Porsche has a 4-cylinder.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's a turbocharged 4-cylinder.
Whoa.
And then they have electric motors. They're hybrids.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. And so now it's the point where they're doing 4-hour stints and pulling 5Gs for 4 hours.
Oh my God. 4-hour stints?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Right?
Holy cow.
So the athleticism of these guys is
Yeah.
really pretty incredible.
Yeah.
When you think about putting up with 5 times your weight
Right.
laterally
Right.
for 4 hours straight.
Right.
You know, that's just insane.
Wow. That's great. And then having the entire mental focus to do everything you're doing.
Yeah, because they have the steering wheels that are just as, nearly as complicated as the F1 cars.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
managing, not only are they managing like all of that instruction from the pit wall and the crazy like just physical strain of driving these things, but also they have to worry about reliability, because this is a 24-hour race, so they have to worry about, and then there's other cars. There's 3 other slower classes of cars around
on the
them.
track with you. Yeah.
There's 55 cars total. So, and I think there was only 6 LMP1 cars this year. So everyone else is slower than you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a lot.
They're moving pylons.
That's a lot to manage.
Yeah. Yeah. No kidding. Some of those, like that Porsche that he passed in that fast lap.
Yeah.
I mean, you see it and then it's behind him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no time to think about it.
No.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. And the race just altogether is insane. And I would say as a good primer for Le Mans is the Amazon show that just came out. I just told Dave about it today.
Yeah.
It covers the 2015 season. It just came out. And it's really great.
What's it called again?
It's like Le Mans Racing is Everything.
Okay.
It's really interesting. And it's really well done, and it's kind of a good like human interest thing. So it like follows a couple of the racers throughout like the prep and the actual race.
Nice. Okay.
It's pretty cool.
I'll check that out. Yeah.
But the story that I really want to talk about is how Kobayashi, who was kind of the star of the Le Mans weekend, until his car retired with clutch problems.
Yeah.
How he retired from the race.
Right.
And it's this really bizarre story. Let me pull this up really quick.
Yeah, let me see if I can find. Yeah.
Oh God.
This is the part of the podcast where we just Google things.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So basically what happened was, and the reporting is a little weird on it, but basically what it seems happened is that another driver during one of his pit stops gave Kobayashi a thumbs up during the race. And Kobayashi, seeing someone in a full fire suit and a helmet give a thumbs up in the pit lane, assumed that person was a marshal, and so tried to start the car, but his team was in the radio saying, no, don't go anywhere.
Right.
And apparently that like back and forth, that like juddering, they think damaged the clutch of the car to the point where he retired shortly thereafter.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And if that's true, that's the weirdest way.
Right.
That's the weirdest cause of retirement.
Right.
Ever, right?
Yeah.
It's so strange.
Someone showed him a picture of baked beans and he blew out the
it's so bizarre.
The muffler bearings.
it's a really weird thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I just thought that story is really interesting.
Whenever one of the best things about these endurance races and these 24-hour races is the quantity of these kinds of stories that come out of it.
Right.
Because they are a breeding ground for stories that are based in mishaps, like
high stress plus sleep deprivation.
Yeah, just mechanical failure. Yeah, all of these elements, like just that grind is a breeding ground for weird shit to happen.
Yeah.
Stuff that does not and would not ever happen in F1, or NASCAR or anything.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, NASCAR gives him a thumbs up and the guy's like, yeah, that's what my thumbs do all the time. We're NASCAR drivers. We can't stop doing this.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. No, that's that kind of stuff is my favorite thing about endurance racing. It's just weird stuff. Yeah.
Well, and the fact that the winning Porsche was at one point 18 laps down.
Yeah.
No, not 18th.
18 laps.
18 laps down.
That's incredible.
And he came back, and they came back to win.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's just, you know, like last year was crazy, and the year before was crazy. Like,
yeah,
Le Mans is always insane.
Right. Right.
So yeah, it's you gotta watch it. It's the best.
Do you think that's like a bucket list attendance thing for you?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where is that again?
In France. It's in Le Mans, France.
What city?
Le Mans.
Oh, I thought this was just like in Austin.
No.
I know. I'm just kidding. I know. Yeah. Right. It's in Le Mans, Missouri.
Yeah.
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 No. Yeah. Yeah. That would be amazing to attend an event like that.
Yeah.
Right.
And I have an FMK Cars.
Do you really?
I do.
Let's get into it. Tell the people what FMK Cars is.
FMK Cars is a game that we play. It's based off the classic game of Fuck, Marry, Kill, except we play it with cars instead of people because we're nice.
Nice. We're nice.
Fairly nice. We're all right.
Yeah.
Basically we get 3 cars, and then you have to assign to each respective car. Fuck, marry, kill. Fuck means you drive it for a day, you hit it and quit it. Marry means it's your new daily driver, warts and all. You put a ring on it. And kill means it goes to the crusher immediately.
Yep. You do not enjoy the fruits of that tree.
No.
Yep.
So this one is straight up no catch.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's do it.
These are just the top 3 cars in the GTE Pro category this year.
Okay.
We got the Aston Martin Vantage GTE.
Okay.
And if you guys get a chance, watch the last 15 minutes of the GTE Pro race. That shit was crazy. Aston Martin won with 1 lap to go. It was pretty great.
That was nuts.
Yeah.
Do I get the Golf livery or the British Racing Green?
You can have the Golf livery, I guess. Whatever you
want.
want.
I want it. I want all that. Okay, what else you got?
Corvette C7.R is how you...
C7.R GTE.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. This has been Ian Shows Dave How to Google Stuff. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Those things are awesome.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the Ford GT, which...
Oh, yeah.
Kind of got screwed over this year, but...
Yeah. Let's see here. Ford. How do you spell Ford?
GT. There
GTE. Okay.
It
How do you
looks
spell GT?
super cool.
Yeah. That is fantastic. Okay. If I take the Ford, do I have to take the weight penalty?
Yeah, they got kind of screwed with the weight with the balance of performance this year.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Would you care?
No. I would F the Ford.
Really?
I would.
Okay.
Mainly because of the weird wing thingies.
Okay.
That's the technical term for those things, right?
Buttresses.
You're a flying buttress. You go fly off a buttress.
Okay.
So I'm effing the Ford.
Okay.
Killing the Corvette because here's the thing about those Corvettes. Never have I liked the C7's rear end.
I know. You have a weird thing about the taillights. I think they're fine.
Not a fan of that booty.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Is it? You don't think it's better in race trim?
It is better in race trim. It is so much more messy in the street car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That huge diffuser in the back kind of does a lot. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To diffuse the situation.
Oh God. We need to hurry this shit up.
What is this part back here called, Ian?
The diffuser.
And what's it doing?
Distracting you.
Diffusing. Ian, I like that you just checked the clock. Like, how much more time? How much more time do we have before Dave starts slurring his speech?
About -5 minutes.
Yeah, hitting a lot of words with S's in them doesn't really do me any favors.
Yep. Okay, and then the Aston.
I am marrying the hell out of that Aston Golf livery.
Yeah.
For the love of God, look at it.
Yeah.
Ian, what would you do here? Let me try to guess. You would marry the Aston.
I would marry the Ford.
You would marry the Ford.
The Ford?
Yeah.
And I would drive the Aston for a day.
Is it the buttresses that get you?
It's the buttresses.
Yeah.
It's the buttresses and just the whole way it was designed and the whole bespoke nature of it. And it's just cool.
Yeah.
And everything about it.
I'm all about that buttress.
Yeah.
I'm all about that buttress. No,
Just fascinated with the word buttress now.
no treble. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
Uh-huh.
What's
Why would you not take the Corvette? So you're giving me a little bit of jib jab for not liking the Corvette.
Oh no, I like the Corvette.
Uh-huh.
It's just in tough company. The Aston is just super cool.
Okay. Yeah.
But the Ford is the coolest.
Yeah, true.
It's just awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like a spaceship.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. This is really interesting. This has
Yeah.
been Le Mans with
Yeah.
Dave and Ian.
Yeah, where we look at pictures.
Wow.
Yeah, on a podcast. Ian.
Smart.
I have an FMK cars for you.
Oh.
This isn't really linked to anything, but we're
Okay.
going to do it anyway.
All right.
Ian?
Yeah. Let me
This
get the
one-
messaging system. Just in
Oh,
case.
you won't need it.
All right.
Ian?
I just want to draw penises.
Oh, boy. Ian, this one's called FMK Cars Trade Embargo Edition.
Oh.
All right? Ian, you get a car, but in the spirit of the political climate, there's some tenuous relationships with the country of origin for these vehicles.
Oh god.
Okay? I'm putting $1 in the
Yep.
thing. All right?
Yeah.
Okay? All right? Ian, let me close some browser tabs here and get you on a fresh start here, buddy. By Kobayashi, by other cars we were talking about. All right, Ian, first up, country of origin, Italy. You get an Alfa Romeo 4C,
Great. Okay.
but you can never, ever, ever have pasta ever again.
Okay. Okay. So 4C.
Yep,
No
pasta.
carbs. Gotcha.
All right,
Okay.
okay.
All right.
Second, Ian,
Yeah.
you have let me look at my notes and remember, you have a BMW M4.
Okay.
You know what you don't get to have anymore?
Sausages.
Sausages, Ian. No more
No
sausages for you. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Lastly, Ian, come on, show people the image. Lastly, Ian, you get a Jaguar F-Type V6 with a manual. All right. Ian,
Mm-hmm.
you don't get to have whiskey anymore.
Oh. Okay. Okay. All right.
What are we doing here, buddy?
All right. So I am going to marry
Uh-huh.
the 4C.
Okay. All right.
I am going to crush the M4.
Okay, because you want you want that meat in your mouth.
And also, it's the least cool car here, I think.
Okay.
It's the car that appeals to me the least here.
Okay.
And I will, for a day, have no whiskey.
Oh.
And I will drive the Jag.
Okay. All right. I figured you would take the M4. You have an odd fascination with that car.
With the M4?
Yeah, that I think extends far beyond your affinity for BMW overall. Every time we're at a car show or something like that, you are just M4. Yeah, you just get sucked towards
I
it.
don't think so.
Yeah, you do.
It's an interesting car to me, but it's not one that I would ever buy.
Okay. I want to go to tape. Can we play that back?
Footage not found.
Yeah, we don't have any footage. the camera person
Yeah.
that takes pictures for me as the car.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. They weren't present during all the times I was
All
referring
right, Mr.
to.
Puffy Eyes.
Yeah.
So tired. Okay. All right. What else do we have? Oh,
Yeah.
I have another talk about that I want to talk about.
Okay. All right.
Talk about.
Talk about. Have you been to the meeting? It's a meeting about going to meetings.
Yeah, I went to the ATM machine.
Yeah, exactly. And
Automatic
put in
teller
your
machine
PIN
machine.
number.
Yep.
Yeah.
So there was a story on that came out kind of within car Twitter. It was kind of bouncing around car racing social media and all that.
Yeah, let's get into this, buddy.
About a proposed idea for an all-female racing series.
Right.
I encourage you to read Alanis King's article about it in Jalopnik.
Okay.
We will provide a link.
Sure.
And it's an interesting thing because it's being pitched as like this kind of altruistic way to get more women involved in motorsport and all this other sort of stuff. But Pippa Mann, who is a very kind of decorated IndyCar driver, basically took this idea apart because she got emailed
Oh, okay.
a proposal for this.
Sure.
And her take on it is one that I agree with completely. It's that basically that this is creating a second class for female racing drivers when they've been racing against males for
since racing has been racing
a generation at least, right? And I kind of want to talk about it in the context of like why that would be, because it is slightly different that we have this situation where women and men compete on a level playing field,
right?
And that's the power of technology, right? That a car at one point was an equalizing piece of technology where it didn't matter how fast you were or how physically able you were to ride a horse or whatever,
right?
You kind of had the same ability to access that speed as everyone else.
Right. Yeah, your body could operate the controls.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the whole, from like going back, mechanical advantage.
Right.
Back to the cavemen.
Yeah.
That's been the whole goal of technology throughout time. And the only reason that that it doesn't do that is because of artificial shit that we put in the way, right?
Exactly.
Of either like, cost structures and those sorts of things, or economics or arbitrary shit, like saying that women can't be racing drivers.
Exactly.
Like guns is a good example. Like, it used to be that if you weren't the buffest person on the battlefield with your swords, you're gonna get your head cut off.
Right.
But then guns came out, and you didn't have to be the strongest, buffest person. You just had to be, smarter and more deft and all that sort of stuff.
Right.
So it just like moves the importance parts away from physicality, right?
Right. Yes.
And that's the appeal of motorsport, is that you see a person up there and you're like, well, I can do that.
Right.
And that's what makes it awesome.
Right.
And humanizing.
Yeah. I have a car. I like driving.
Right.
Right.
And obviously we just talked about like Le Mans and the physical demands of that stuff, but that doesn't mean that, that's not the type of like strength that only men can have or whatever.
Exactly.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Right.
It's just stupid.
Right. I think of that MIA video for Bad Girls. Did you watch that with the Saudi drifters?
Oh, I think it did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those Saudi drifting girls are fucking crazy.
Yeah. They're amazing. Yeah. If I believed in a heaven, they would be firmly there. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I agree with the sentiment that is a bullshit idea, and it seems, like exploitive and patronizing. Patronizing at best, exploitive at worst.
Right.
I don't know. Do you have any other take on that?
No, I mean, by defining it as another thing, you're saying that thing does not equal this thing that we already have.
Right. And that you already have women, like we already have women climbing the ladder in F1.
Right.
I mean, a female test driver died a couple years ago testing F1.
Oh, no. Okay.
And we already have female drivers competing at the top levels of IndyCar and NASCAR.
Right.
It's absurd to say that, they can't do it.
Right.
It doesn't make any sense. And I feel like if you acknowledge that it's not a physical limitation,
right,
and you still feel there needs to be a separate one,
right,
then you're acknowledging that there is some other limitation there.
Right. So what is that limitation?
Right.
Is it a cultural limitation? Is it a political limitation?
Or are you implying that it's a mental limitation?
Exactly.
Which would be real fucking shady.
Yeah.
So I just think there is a problem with, or maybe not even a problem. I don't know enough about the current state of the pipeline for female racing drivers.
Right.
It would be great to see more of them, but there is probably something to, like, they don't get into it as much as boys do it at the younger ages.
Yep.
But there could be any number of reasons for that. Why don't we start examining that instead of spinning up another racing series, which they're claiming is going to compete with F1 inside of 3 years.
Remember when we were in upstate New York and we were in Walmart and we were walking by the toy aisle?
Right.
What we saw?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, they had the boys'
boys' toys
aisle,
and
then
girls'
the girls'
toys.
toy aisle.
Guess where the cars were?
Yeah.
Boys' toy aisle.
And hey, I have a 3-year-old boy, and he very much on his own just was obsessed with everything on wheels. And my niece, despite my sister giving her, no, banning Barbies, and, she's very, was trying to give her gender neutral toys. She had dump trucks and all that sort of stuff.
Right.
Couldn't care less about any of that shit.
Right.
And that does happen, and that's fine.
Right.
But you can't say, like, well, this is for you.
Right.
And this is not for you.
Yeah, you have to present, and then options are selected.
Right.
And Nico carried around a baby in a stroller.
Yeah, he still does. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things, like, you just if you just let people be people, they're gonna figure it out.
Right.
And this is just patronizing and dumb.
Right. Yeah. It makes me think of a kind of sensational Instagram post that was going around where, like, somebody, this is the thing that I hate about social media, where, like, somebody's, like, bragging about taking some of the NASA tank tops from the boys section of Target and putting them in the girls section.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
Right. And it's like they should have NASA things in every section. It should just be clothes, but like, also, like, how great am I for posting this thing? Like, right? Like, I hate that whole thing,
Yeah.
Right. But still, like, these barriers are being placed on kids that we don't need and we don't intend to place on them.
Yeah, and I think all that's getting better, but
it's
a generational thing. So, I think by the time you see, before we see a large influx of women at the top levels of motorsport, it's going to be a little bit for all of those, for all the fucking Bernie Ecclestons to die off.
Exactly.
We got to get all those guys out, and then it'll start getting better. And obviously there'll be some more introspection needed, but I'm not close enough to the racing community to know exactly what those things are. But.
Right. And I think that the thing that we can cling to is that we do see progress, right? We see progress in the right direction. Right. There's going to be missteps.
But this seems
article
seems obviously the wrong direction.
Right. Yeah, there's going to be missteps, but progress. And the thing that really hurts about the current political environment.
Oh man, you're
I know
you're gonna go bankrupt over there.
Is that in so many ways, like, we have the feeling that there's a lack of progress now, or the vacuum of the progress that was happening before for a lot of political and cultural elements is now gone, or it's now going backwards.
Stalled. It's stalled. Yeah.
Right, stalled or going backwards, right?
Yeah.
And so, like, as long as we can keep making progress, towards this by recognizing, like, I understand what you're trying to do. Let's, like, come on, with a female only racing series or something like that. Like, do I want women to race cars? Hell yes. Do I want men to race cars? I want everyone to race cars, right? Yeah.
But I mean, I really do think that, like, and the other thing about, F1 and Le Mans especially, is that you have all of these people competing from, pretty disparate backgrounds from kind of around the world.
Oh, yeah.
And most of them come from wealthy families. But you do have, people like Alonso and Lewis Hamilton, who both came from, middle-class families.
Right.
And their upbringings are totally, the middle of England and Spain are pretty fucking far away from each other, really.
Right.
It's that, and that's part of the great thing about it, because it is an equalizing sort of thing, or that's the intention of motorsport, right?
Right.
So I this sort of thing seems silly and reductive and dumb.
Yeah.
But it does bring me to my next FMK cars.
Okay, all right.
And I will say that if there's anything good to come out of this harebrained idea, it is this FMK cars.
Okay, all right.
I'm quite proud of it. Okay, so this one has a catch, and it's quite a catch.
Okay.
This one is called, you may need judging from the puffiness of your eyes, you may need that. Technology is the great equalizer, as long as everything else is in place. 3 other dumb spec racing series ideas.
Okay.
So in this, you're going to get, there's going to be a demographic specific racing series.
Oh, okay.
And then you're going to get a car that's going to be both your race car, and then you're going to get a road version as well.
Sure, okay.
Because you're going to be sponsored, right?
Of course. Yeah, I'm good enough to be sponsored.
Yeah, you're going to get a professional racing seat. I do need to send you this picture for the first one.
Okay.
Don't open it yet, but I'm sending it to you on the Hangouts.
The Hangouts? Okay.
All right. So be ready.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Here's the first one. So remember, you're going to
I'm
get...
just going to copy the URL, and I'm squinting my eyes so I can't see it.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. 2017 Civic Type R.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So it's a spec race for Civic Type Rs. Gingers only.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Singers. Okay.
Yeah.
Or Jivics.
Of course, being a race series filled with gingers, the title sponsor for this race series is Coppertone.
Okay, all right.
So all your press photos are recreating the famous Coppertone ad.
Yes, with my little shorts pulling down. Yeah, let me pull that up. Yeah. Oh my God. Yes. Yes. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. I'm in it to win it, baby.
All right.
Yeah.
So Civic
whatever
Type
you're
R,
gonna have to come up with after this is gonna have to be pretty good.
Yeah.
For me to not want to marry this.
Don't worry.
Okay.
2017 Subaru WRX STI.
Okay. Hang on one second. Okay.
Who drives an STI? Who always drives an STI?
I don't know.
I'll tell you. The IT guy drives the STI.
That's true. Yeah.
And all IT guys racing league.
Oh God.
Car numbers are in binary.
Oh God.
You make dumb IT jokes during every press conference.
No.
And you're just with the IT guys. Just all the prototypical IT guy behavior. The track is just littered with discarded Mountain Dew cans.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You're going to have to come up with something pretty bad for me to not want to kill this.
2017. Well, what else are you? You're a ginger and you're an IT guy.
Yeah, I'm a cycling enthusiast.
You're also very tall.
I'm a tall man, yes.
2017 Smart 2.4. Title sponsor is a big and tall men's clothing store.
Okay, all right.
You are the smallest person allowed in this race series.
Okay, yeah.
All the fire suits are triple XL.
Okay, all right. Okay, all right. Ian, this one's easy. First off, so as a taller gentleman that occasionally has problems finding pants with an inseam that is appropriate for me, I did go to a big and tall store one time.
Yeah.
And that's where I realized that I am very lucky because I am at this like threshold, but not over it, of where I can buy clothes in normal stores.
Right.
Right? Yeah. And my buddy Steven, he's 6'5". He's just pushing it just a little bit further.
Yeah.
Right? So I went to a big and tall store because I was looking for, I think, fitted dress shirts, like longer arms, right? And like those dress shirts.
Yeah, they're huge. This is just fucking kites.
When they say big and like, I felt like a small man. Yeah. I was like, oh, okay. Well, I will go to Kohl's. Yeah.
I'm gonna go and just be like, I'm looking for a tent. I'm looking for living arrangements for the summer.
If Jenny kicks you out, you can
just go to a big and tall store.
Okay, so I am going to marry the Civic with the Coppertone ad. Yes, I'm doing Yes, I'd do that on Twitch if we didn't get banned. Ian, hello. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
Sorry, internet. You're not going to get to see my tuchus today. All right. Yeah. No, I'm marrying that hands down. Are you kidding me?
Okay.
The Type R, the Civic Type R. Yes.
Okay.
I am definitely effing the smart car. Being the smallest guy in the smart car league, I will be my own roll cage, unfortunately, in that, because that is another car that my head sticks out of the top
I kind of figured, yeah.
Yeah. One time,
but so will everyone else's. So they're all gonna have like these weird cantilevered
roll cages.
Bars.
Yes, like that Fiat at Watkins Glen that had the thing sticking up out of the middle of it. Yeah. And then, I mean, I have to kill the STI IT guy racing league. I can't do that, Ian. I can't. So
Is there anything worse than an IT guy with an STI who wants to talk to you about it all the time?
Oh God, no, Ian. It's not. Like, I mean, I totally get it. And there's going to be a bunch of too low for fat hoe stickers too. No, that's not really the same crossover.
No, not quite.
No. There's probably one.
A lot of Star Wars stickers.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Like some Boba Fett.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, okay, the WRX STI, it's a great car. It's fantastic. Yeah, it's not for me. It's not for me, Ian.
I think you've chosen well.
Yeah. What would you do?
You know,
You'd F
this
the STI
doesn't really
guy.
work. This doesn't really work for me.
Right. Oh, let me see here.
I mean, I would smash the Civic Type R, I think.
Okay.
I don't want to be.
What if it was something let's see, it's an all Italian racing league. And
just no one shows up on time or sober.
That and all your press photos, you just have your chest hair with olive oil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do that.
Okay.
That sounds good.
Okay.
I would have to have an Italian car though.
Right.
Obviously.
Yeah. So we do Fiat 124s for that.
Perfect. Yeah. I would marry that.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, it could be like, I don't know, what's the opposite? It would be like the Grand Cherokee SRT8.
Yes.
You know, and all like I'm the tallest person in that league.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
That'd be entertaining. And then obviously the IT guys still.
Yeah.
I might do the IT guys racing league just
for
because
a day.
I feel like it would be fun to be the fastest person there.
Okay. Right.
Because I feel like they would all take it poorly.
Yeah, I think
And that would be fun.
Right.
That would be fun for me.
I think it would be an odd mix in the pits because, like a lot of IT guys don't really like people.
Oh yeah, no one would talk to one another. That would be the shortest press conference, like post-race press conference ever.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
man. All right.
We bag on them because we are them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Ian, I have an FMK cars for you.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
I have to give a shout out to my wonderful girlfriend. She helped me write this as we were driving around one day. Drove past a golf course and thought of this. All right.
All right.
Okay. So this one's called Sports.
Okay.
Ian.
Yes.
This one, you work in a supporting role for a sports individual. Okay.
Oh.
And you have a car that is themed to that. Let's see here.
A vehicle.
A vehicle for this sports theme. So let's see here. First up, Ian, hockey. You are the Zamboni driver.
Yes.
Okay. You have a Saab 9.2 Aero. That is,
I don't drive a Zamboni?
No. That is
Oh.
somehow the Zamboni for this rink. Okay. For anybody,
like I have a little tray on the under. And I do the whole thing.
For anybody who doesn't know, the Saab 9.2 was known as the Saabaroo.
Mm-hmm.
It is the WRX,
and the Arrow was the
STI.
was the WRX.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep.
The whatever. What was the other?
The
trim level?
9.2 was just the Impreza. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
What was the other trim level? There's Arrow, and then there was.
They didn't do a vegan version of it.
Yeah,
Vegan version. Yeah.
This is going well.
Yep. Oh yeah. Here's the messaging system,
okay.
just in case you need it. Also, Ian, in this one, you have a hockey player haircut.
Oh, sweet! I got a sweet ass
You got
mullet.
a sweet ass mullet.
Okay.
I didn't think the word that would come out of your mouth would be sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So mullet.
Yeah.
Zamboni.
Hockey player haircut.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah. Let's
Go well.
let's see what Google searches come up. Yeah, for hockey player haircut. Nothing good on fair use images, but basically it's mullets.
Yep.
Okay. You're the one yawning first.
I know.
Ian.
Yeah.
Golf is the next sport.
Golf. Okay.
You're driving the golf cart. Okay?
Okay.
The golf cart is a Dodge Power Wagon.
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
And pop open our Instagram feed.
Fuck up some greens.
Yeah, exactly. And you get to drive around a mostly drunk, completely drunk John Daly. Okay?
Okay.
Not the comedian John Daly, who is one of my favorite humans ever.
Yeah.
Right? But the golfer John Daly.
Right.
Who is fantastic. And so this is like at a charity tournament.
Right.
Because Long John doesn't play pro anymore.
And then the truck will look like that after
Yes.
driving on the golf course.
Yes.
And all the sand traps and
Yes.
all doing donuts on the greens.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Lastly,
Yes.
football, Ian.
Oh, God. Okay.
Now, this car is the Bentley Continental Flying Star.
Flying spur?
Star.
Star?
And there is a kicker for the Flying Star. It is the shooting brake.
Is there a shooting brake version
Yep.
of that?
It's this weird bespoke thing called the Flying Star. Let me pull up a picture. Flying. It's not the Flying Spur. It's the Flying Star. Shooting brake. Yeah. So.
Oh.
No, I can't find a non-fair use picture of it.
I'll look it up over
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
So
But
there's a
basically-
flying star.
It's called the Flying. Yeah, the Bentley Continental GT Flying Star. Yeah. But basically, it's a Bentley Continental GT.
Flying Star Touring.
Yeah, there you go. That's a station wagon.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, that's cool.
Where do vehicles come in football, Ian?
When players get hurt, right?
That's right.
So I'm the ambulance.
You're the wambulance, all right? You are driving injured football players off of the field in this Bentley Continental,
Okay.
and you have a 350-pound lineman in the back seat with a torn ACL, laying down in the back.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All right.
All right. So, unfortunately,
Yeah.
I need to crush the Bentley, even though it is by far the coolest car there.
Why?
Well, here's a couple things. First of all, football is a garbage sport. Any sport that has commercial breaks, not a real sport.
All right. Okay.
And yeah, I don't want to be involved in football. So that's gone.
Okay.
So that leaves me with the golf cart and the Era. Obviously, the golf cart thing, that's an easy marry for me because I feel like I could definitely ruin some golf games and hang out with a drunk John Daly at the same time.
That's kind of win-win, isn't it?
That's a win-win-win for me.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Also, golf sucks. But yes, I'll do that.
Okay.
I don't know anything about hockey.
Right.
But I do know that Zambonis are the coolest fucking vehicles on the planet.
True.
I would do that for a day, absolutely, and I'll just drink a lot of Molson Ice.
Yes, you will, and you will whip people with your hockey player haircut.
Yep.
Yep.
I bet I could grow a pretty sick ass mullet.
Oh, dude, your mullet would be sick, brah.
What would you do there?
I think I would.
You'd marry the Bentley.
I think I would marry the Bentley.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I would definitely F the Dodge Power Wagon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do that at least once.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, sports.
I like it.
Yeah.
I just have one more thing
Sure.
that I want to close this out on.
Okay.
I noticed when I was driving on 285
Yeah.
through the mountains, and you see these every once in a while, but you see like the in memoriam.
Oh, yeah,
The blue signs
Yeah.
where someone has had a fatal car accident.
Yeah.
And we were driving on the stretch of 285, and it was in that like park area, like in the South Park.
Oh,
area,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Where it's just dead flat
Yeah.
and there's nothing around.
If you haven't driven to that point, you need to, because the point at which like you kind of crest the hill and everything opens up,
Yeah.
it's actually breathtaking.
It's
It's amazing.
It's amazing. But it was down in there. And It
Okay.
was just on that road. And,
Yeah.
there's like that huge straight section.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like,
Who bogs it here?
What the fuck? And it occurred to me that there was probably some horrendous circumstance that led to all of that happening.
Like
But
a jet engine falling on somebody or something?
But my first reaction is like, what a fucking chump, right? So my goal in life is, if if my name ever ends up on one of those signs, I just want it to be in a place
where it's
where
like
someone's like, mad respect. I know what was going on there. Like an outer edge of like the top of Pikes Peak or something.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
I see what you were doing there, sir. Not
And
like, how the fuck did that happen?
Right. My hat's off to you.
Right.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And then it occurred to me that I'm a terrible person for thinking like, like that shouldn't be my reaction to the in memorial signs. But
No. I always thought that like when after I've died, I want people like that haven't heard about me passing. Like I want that story to be shared by like, did you fucking hear about Dave?
Well, it's sort of the same thing, right? Like
Right,
if
right,
you see a in memorial sign and it's like right by a cliff on a hairpin,
Right,
on a
with a
twisty
ring
mountain
of
road,
fire.
right? You'd just be like, nice, right? But if it's in the middle of a field, you're like, well, what was that idiot doing?
Right. Yeah.
So that's my.
Did you hear about Ian?
That's my only thought.
He was on 2 wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're horrible people.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else do we have? Do we have anything else to talk about? I don't think so.
That was it.
I think that's it. Ian, what do you say we wrap up the show? How can people get a hold of us?
TeamClearCoat.com.
Yep.
All of our particulars are there.
What should people do?
They should subscribe to us on iTunes or YouTube if you're doing the video thing.
Yep.
Rate and review us. Tell a friend.
TeamClearCoat.com.
Go to Best Buy and subscribe all of the iPads there to our podcast.
Definitely do that.
It's a good start.
Yeah, the iPads are the easy ones to do it on.
Yeah.
I mean, the royal iPads are the ones to do it. Ian?
Yes.
Thanks for sitting in the blanket fort with me today, buddy.
Thanks for having me.
Happy birthday, buddy.
All right.
Okay, we love you.
Okay.